Q. Consider the following climatic and geographical phenomena. 2002. 1. Condensation. 2. High temperature and humidity. 3. Oro. 4. Vertical wind gravity in the cloud development is due to which of these phenomena? 1 and 2. B. 2, 3 and 4. C. 1, 3 and 4. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Answer. D. Explanation. Condensation. The transformation of water vapor into water is called condensation. Condensation is caused by the loss of heat, latent heat of condensation, opposite of latent heat of vaporization. When moisture is cooled, it may reach a level when its capacity to hold water vapor ceases. Saturation point equals 100% relative humidity equals dew point reached. Then, the excess water vapor condenses into liquid form. Adiabatic rate of cooling. As air rises upwards, it expands as a result of falling pressure. This expansion causes air to cool. A dry air mass rising upwards cools at a rate of 10 OC per 1000 meters. If the air mass is moist, then it cools at a rate of about 5 OC per 1000 meters because the latent heat of vaporization released by water vapor slows down the cooling rate. Question 55. Q. Assertion A. The surface winds spiral inwards upon the center of the cyclone. Reason R. Air descends in the center of the cyclone. In the context of the above two statements, which one of the following is correct? 2002. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Answer. B. Explanation. Cyclones. Low pressure systems surrounded by regions with relatively higher pressure are of two types. Tropical cyclones. Extratropical cyclones or temperate cyclones. Cyclones are strong weather systems and bring heavy rainfall and high velocity winds. Tropical cyclones. Tropical cyclones are violent storms that originate over oceans in tropical areas. The low pressure at the center is responsible for the wind speeds. The cyclonic wind movements are anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. This is due to Coriolis force. Tropical cyclone-prone regions. Dry air subsides at the center of the cyclone and using calm weather at the center of the storm. Surface winds spiral inwards upon the center as a result of low pressure at the center. Question 56. Q. Which one of the areas marked as A, B, C and D in the given figure of the cyclone witnesses heavy torrential short duration rainfall accompanied heavy thunderstorms? 1999. A. B. C. D. Answer. D. Explanation. Temperate cyclones. Low pressure systems formed in temperate regions due to interaction of cold polar easterlies and warm westerlies air masses and front formation. Temperate cyclones. Front is a three-dimensional boundary zone formed between two converging air masses with different physical properties, temperature, humidity, density etc. The process of formation of a front is known as frontogenesis, and dissipation of a front is known as frontolysis. Stationary front. The wind motion on both sides of the front is parallel to the front. Cumulonimbus clouds are formed. Overrunning of warm air along such a front causes frontal precipitation. Cold front. When a cold air mass replaces a warm air mass by advancing into it. Cold front moves up to twice as quickly as warm fronts. Frontolysis begins when the warm air mass is completely uplifted by the cold air mass. Severe storms can occur. During the summer months, thunderstorms are common. Question 57. Q. Release 1995. A type of tree grown in temperate regions. B. A wind that blows in a desert. C. A tropical cyclone of the northwest Australia. D. A kind of common fish found near Laccadives Islands. Answer. C. Explanation. Tropical cyclones. Known by different names in different parts of the world. West Pacific, typhoon. Atlantic Ocean, hurricane. Indian Ocean, cyclone. Question 58. Q. Sun's halo is produced by the refraction of light in 2002. Water vapor in stratus clouds. B. Ice crystals in cirrocumulus clouds. C. Ice crystals in cirrus clouds. D. Dust particles in stratus clouds. Answer. C. Explanation. Clouds. Cloud is a mass of minute water droplets or tiny crystals of ice formed by the condensation of the water vapor in free air at considerable elevations. Types of clouds. Cirrus, formed at higher altitudes 8 to 12 km, thin, white in color, composed of ice crystals and gives feathery appearance. Cumulus, looks like a cotton wool, have flat base, exist in patches, formed at 4-7 km. Stratus, occurs in form of sheet of layers, covering almost all the sky, generally formed due to loss of heat or mixing of air masses at different temp. Nimbus, black and grey color clouds, formed near Earth's surface, extremely dense and opaque to sun rays. Question 59. Q. For short-term climatic predictions, which one of the following events, detected in the last decade, is associated with occasional weak monsoon rains in the Indian subcontinent? 2002. A. La Nina. B. Movement of jet stream. C. El Niño. And southern oscillations. D. Greenhouse-affected global level. Answer. C. Explanation. El Niño. El Niño is the name given to occasional development of warm ocean surface waters along the coast of Ecuador and Peru. El Niño and monsoon. El Niño and Indian monsoon are inversely related. The most prominent droughts in India, 6 of them, since 1871 have been El Niño droughts, including the recent ones in 2002 and 2009. El Niño directly impacts India's agrarian economy as it tends to lower the production of summer crops such as rice, sugarcane, cotton and oilseeds. The ultimate impact is seen in the form of high inflation and low gross domestic product growth as agriculture contributes around 14% to the Indian economy. La Nina. This phenomenon is just the opposite of El Niño. In some years, the trade winds can become extremely strong and an abnormal accumulation of cold water can occur in the central and eastern Pacific. This event is called La Nina. La Nina results in abnormally heavy monsoons in India and Asia, wet winter in eastern Africa and Australia, and drought in southern United States and South America. Question 60. Q. In the South Atlantic and Southeastern Pacific regions in tropical latitudes, cyclone does not originate. What is the reason? 2059. Sea surface temperatures are low. B. Intertropical convergence zone seldom occurs. C. Coriolis force is too weak. D. Absence of land in those regions. Answer. A. Explanation. Why no tropical cyclones in South Atlantic and Southeastern Pacific? Sea surface temperatures are low. Very high wind shear. Presence of cold ocean currents. Climatology. Major climatic types. Question 61. Q. The graph given below shows the mean average monthly temperatures in C and mean monthly rainfall in CMS of a place 1995. This graph is indicative of which one of the climatic zones of the world? Wet and dry tropical. B. Rainy tropical. C. Semi-arid tropical. D. Temperate marine. Answer. A. Explanation. Major climatic types. Hot, wet and equatorial climate. Tropical monsoon type or tropical marine type. Tropical wet dry climate, savanna type climate, Sudan type. Hot desert type climate. Temperate grassland type, steppe type. Western margin climate, Mediterranean type. Eastern margin, China type climate, natal type. British type climate. Tiger climate. Laurentian type climate. Tundra type climate. Hot wet equatorial climate. It is found between 5 and 10 north and south of the equator. The mean monthly temperatures are always around 24 to 27 degrees Celsius, with no winter. The diurnal and annual range of temperature is small and precipitation is heavy, above 250 centimeters, and well distributed throughout the year. Support a luxuriant type of vegetation, the tropical rainforest. It is dominantly found in the lowlands of the Amazon, the Congo, Malaysia and the East Indies. Hot wet equatorial climate. Desert type. Sudan type. Monsoon type. Steppe type. China type, Mediterranean type. Laurentian type. Siberian type. British type. Polar type. 0. 10 degrees north. 30 N. 45 degrees north. 60 degrees north. 90 N. Tropical marine or monsoon type climate. It is found in zones between 5 and 30 N and S latitudes. Mean annual temperature is fairly high, but summer and winter seasons are sharply differentiated. Unlike equatorial wet climate, monsoon climate is characterized by distinct wet and dry seasons associated with seasonal reversal of winds. Most of their annual rainfall occurs through cyclonic and orographic types of rains. The average annual rainfall is around 150 centimeters, but there are much variations in the temporal and spatial distribution. Tropical wet and dry, savanna type climate, Sudan type climate. It is located between 50-20 latitudes on either side of the equator. The savanna climate is characterized by distinct wet and dry seasons. Mean high temperature throughout the year is between 24 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius, and the annual range of temperature is between 3 degrees Celsius and 8 degrees Celsius. The extreme diurnal range of temperature is a characteristic of Sudan type of climate. The average annual rainfall ranges between 100 centimeters and 150 centimeters. Hot desert type climate, tropical desert climate. The major hot deserts of the world are located on the western coasts of continents between latitudes 15 and 30 degrees north and S. The relative humidity is extremely low, and rain normally occurs as violent thunderstorms of the convectional type. The deserts are some of the hottest spots on Earth and have high temperatures throughout the year. The diurnal range of temperature in the deserts is very great. Question 62. Q. Consider the following climatic conditions: Northern Hemisphere, month temperature. OC. Rainfall. CM J3, 94.7 F4, 45.7 M8, 38.2 A14, 49.2 M29.2 J23.3 17.7 J27.8 14.5 A27.8 14 S22.3 12.7 O18, 37 N12, 25 D6, 73.5. These are most likely to be found in the natural regions of 1998. A. China type. B. Equatorial type. C. Hot desert type. D. Monsoon type. Answer A. Explanation. The western temperate Mediterranean climate. Entirely confined to the western portion of continental masses, between 30 degrees and 45 degrees north and south of the equator. Summers are hot and dry, but winters are cool and wet. Mean annual precipitation ranges from 35 to 90 cm in winters. All regions with Mediterranean climates have relatively mild winters, but summer temperatures are variable depending on the region. For instance, Athens, Greece experiences rather high temperatures in the summer, whereas San Francisco has cool, mild summers. The temperate continental steppe climate. In continental interiors in temperate latitudes, temperatures vary greatly between summer and winter. The average rainfall may be taken as about 45 centimeters, but this varies according to location from 25 centimeters to 75 centimeters. The heaviest rain comes in June and July, late spring and early summer. The eastern temperate China climate. Different variants include the temperate monsoon climate or China type climate, Gulf type climate and natal type climate. The mean monthly temperature varies between 4 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius and is strongly modified by maritime influence. Rainfall is more than moderate, anything from 60 centimeters to 150 centimeters. Question 63. Q. Consider the following climatic conditions: Northern Hemisphere, month temperature. OC. Rainfall. CM J 6.7 14 F 6.7 13.2 M 7.2 11.4 A 8 9.4 M 11 18.1 J 13 9.8.1 J 15 9.6 A 15 12 S 13.3 10.4 O 11.1 14.4 N 8.9 14 D 7.8 16.8. The climate to which this data pertains is 1999. A. St. Lawrence type. B. China type. C. West European type. D. Mediterranean type. Answer C. Explanation. Western cold temperate type, British type. The cool temperate western margins are under the permanent influence of the westerlies all round the year. Moderately warm summers and fairly mild winters. Rainfall occurs throughout the year with winter maxima. The mean annual temperatures are usually between 5 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius. The cool temperate continental Siberian type. It stretches along a continuous belt across central Canada, some parts of Scandinavian Europe and most of central and southern Russia. 50 degrees to 70 degrees north. Absent in southern hemisphere. Summers are brief and warm, reaching 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, whereas winters are long and brutally cold, always 30 to 40 degrees Celsius below freezing. Typical annual precipitation ranges from 38 centimeters to 63 centimeters. The cool temperate eastern margin, Laurentian climate. Found only in two regions. One is northeastern North America, including eastern Canada, northeast USA. The other region is the eastern coastlands of Asia, including eastern Siberia, North China, Manchuria, Korea and northern Japan. Characterized by cold, dry winters and warm, wet summers. Annual rainfall ranges from 75 to 150 centimeters. Question 64. Q. Temperature and rainfall of a meteorological station are given below. Average temperature, 12.8 degrees Celsius. Average rainfall, 45.9 centimeters per annum. Month temperature, OC. Rainfall. CM J3, 94.7 F4, 45.7 M8, 38.2 A14, 49.2 M29.2 J23.3 17.7 J27.8 14.5 A27.8 14 S22.3 12.7 O18, 37 N12, 25 D6, 73.5. Identify the region having the above climatic patterns from amongst the following. 2001. C. Mediterranean region. D. Monsoon region. A. Steppe region. F. NW European region. Answer C. Question 65. Q. Consider the map given below. Of the 4 shaded areas in the map, which is characterized by hot dry summers, mild and moist winters and seasonal reversal of winds. 1997. 1. B. 2. C. 3. D. 4. Answer A. Question 66. Q. Consider the following statements. 2002. 1. In equatorial regions, the year is divided into 4 main seasons. 2. In Mediterranean region, summer months receives more rain. 3. In China-type climate, rainfall occurs throughout the year. 4. Tropical highlands exhibit vertical zonation of different climates. Which of these statements are correct? 1, 2, 3 and 4. B. 1, 2 and 3. C. 1, 2 and 4. D. 3 and 4. Answer D. Explanation. Highland climates. Highland climates are cool to cold, found in mountains and high plateaus. Climates change rapidly on mountains, becoming colder the higher the altitude gets. Highlands exhibit vertical zonation of different climates. Question 67. Q. A geographic region has the following distinct characteristics. 2010. 1. Warm and dry climate. 2. Mild and wet winter. 3. Evergreen oak trees. The above features are distinct characteristics of which one of the following regions? Mediterranean. B. Eastern China. C. Central Asia. D. Atlantic coast of North America. Answer A. Question 68. Q. Which one of the following is the characteristic climate of the tropical savanna region? 2012. I. Rainfall throughout the year. B. Rainfall in winter only. C. An extremely short dry season. D. A definite dry and wet season. Answer D. Question 69. Q. Climate is extreme, rainfall is scanty and the people used to be nomadic herders. The above statement best describes which of the following regions? 2039. African savanna. B. Central Asian steppe. C. North American prairie. D. Siberian tundra. Answer B. Explanation. Savanna climate. Climate extreme equals no. North American prairie. Extreme climate equals yes. Low precipitation equals yes. Nomadic herder equals no. Tundra climate. Climate extreme equals yes. Rainfall low equals yes. Nomadic herder equals no. Hunter-gatherer. Steppe climate. Climate extreme equals yes. Rainfall equals scanty. Nomadic herders equals yes. Question 70. Q. Each day is more or less the same. The morning is clear and bright with a sea breeze. As the sun climbs high in the sky, heat mounts up, dark clouds form, then rain comes with thunder and lightning. But rain is soon over. Which of the following regions is described in the above passage? 2015I. Savanna. B. Equatorial. C. Monsoon. D. Mediterranean. Answer B. Oceanography. Question 71. Q. On the planet Earth, most of the freshwater exists as ice caps and glaciers. Out of the remaining freshwater, the largest proportion, 2039. A. Is found in atmosphere as moisture in clouds. B. Is found in freshwater lakes and rivers. C. Exists as groundwater. D. Exists as soil moisture. Answer C. Explanation. Distribution of water. Question 72. Q. Consider the following factors. 2012I. 1. Rotation of the Earth. 2. Air pressure and wind. 3. Density of ocean water. 4. Revolution of the Earth. Which of the above factors influence the ocean currents? G. 1 and 2 only. H. 1, 2 and 3. I. 1 and 4. D. 2, 3 and 4. Answer B. Explanation. Ocean currents. They represent a regular movement of the volume of water in a definite path and direction. Factors influencing ocean currents. Ocean currents are influenced by two types of forces, namely, primary forces, that initiate the movement of water, secondary forces, that influence the currents to flow. Planetary winds insulation. Heating by solar energy causes the water to expand. That is why, near the equator the ocean water is about 8 centimeters higher in level than in the middle latitudes. This causes a very slight gradient and water tends to flow down the slope. The flow is normally from east to west. Winds. Wind blowing on the surface of the ocean pushes the water to move. Friction between the wind and the water surface affects the movement of the water body in its course. Winds are responsible for both magnitude and direction. Coriolis force also affects direction of the ocean currents. Example, monsoon winds are responsible for the seasonal reversal of ocean currents in the Indian Ocean. In regions of pronounced monsoonal flow, northern Indian Ocean, the monsoon winds influence the current movements which change directions according to seasons. Salinity. Differences in water density affect vertical mobility of ocean currents, vertical currents. Water with high salinity is denser than water with low salinity, and in the same way cold water is denser than warm water. Denser water tends to sink, while relatively lighter water tends to rise. Gravity. Gravity tends to pull the water down to pile and create gradient variation. Secondary forces. Coriolis force. The Coriolis force intervenes and causes the water to move to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere. These large accumulations of water and the flow around them are called gyres. These produce large circular currents in all the ocean basins. One such circular current is the Sargasso Sea. Shape of coastlines. Configuration of coastlines also influence the direction of ocean currents by blocking and diverting their path. Question 73. Q. In the given map, which one of the following pairs of ocean currents are shown? 1999. D. Benguela and Falkland. A. Canary and Humboldt. F. Agulhas and Guinea. D. Benguela and Guinea. Answer D. Explanation. Types of ocean currents based on depth. Surface currents constitute about 10% of all the water in the ocean. These waters are the upper 400 meters of the ocean. Deep water currents make up the other 90% of the ocean water. These waters move around the ocean basins due to variations in the density and gravity. Based on temperature. Cold currents bring cold water into warm water areas from high latitudes to low latitudes. These currents are usually found on the west coast of the continents in the low and middle latitudes and on the east coast in the higher latitudes in the northern hemisphere. Warm currents bring warm water into cold water areas, low to high latitudes, and are usually observed on the east coast of continents in the low and middle latitudes, true in both hemispheres. Question 74. Q. Consider the following statements. 1. Ocean currents are slow surface movement of water in the ocean. 2. Ocean currents assist in maintaining the Earth's heat balance. 3. Ocean currents are set in motion primarily by prevailing winds. 4. Ocean currents are affected by the configuration of the ocean. Which of these statements are correct? 2002. 1 and 2. B. 2, 3 and 4. C. 1, 3 and 4. J. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Answer D. Explanation. Significance of ocean currents. Desert formation. Cold ocean currents have a direct effect on desert formation in west coast regions of the tropical and subtropical continents. There's fog in most of the areas are arid due to desiccating effect, loss of moisture. Rains. Warm currents flow parallel to the east coast of the continents in tropical and subtropical latitudes. This results in warm and rainy climates. These areas lie in the western margins of the subtropical anticyclones. Significance of ocean currents. Fishing. The mixing of warm and cold currents help to replenish the oxygen and favor the growth of planktons, the primary food for fish population. The best fishing grounds of the world exist mainly in these mixing zones. Example, Grand Banks around Newfoundland, Canada and northeastern coast of Japan. Tropical cyclones. Ocean currents pile up warm waters in tropics and this warm water is the major force behind tropical cyclones. Significance of ocean currents. Navigation. Currents are referred to by their drift. Usually, the currents are strongest near the surface and may attain speeds over 5 knots, 1 knot equals till to 1.8 kilometers. Ships usually follow routes which are aided by ocean currents and winds. Example, if a ship wants to travel from Mexico to Philippines, it can use the route along the north equatorial drift which flows from east to west. When it wants to travel from Philippines to Mexico, it can follow the route along the doldrums when there is counter-equatorial current flowing from west to east. Question 75. Q. What could be the main reasons for the formation of African and Eurasian desert belt? 2011I. 1. It is located in the subtropical high-pressure cells. 2. It is under the influence of warm ocean currents. Which of the statements given above are correct in this context? 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Answer A. Do it yourself. Q. Where is the volcanic mountain, Mount St. Helens located? 2005. I. Atmospheric composition. J. Thermal conditions. K. Occurrence of ice caps and frozen water. L. Occurrence of ozone. Answer C. Question 77. Q. What explains the eastward flow of the equatorial countercurrent? 2015 I. The Earth's rotation on its axis. B. Convergence of the two equatorial currents. C. Difference in salinity of water. D. Occurrence of the belt of calm near the equator. Answer B. Explanation. Equatorial countercurrents. As the north equatorial current and south equatorial current take the water from east to the western part of the ocean basins, there is a piling up water in the western parts of ocean basins or eastern boundaries of land masses near the equator. This piled up water then flows from west to east under the effect of gravity, resulting in counter-equatorial current CEC. Moreover, as the doldrums around the equator are a zone of very feeble winds, countercurrents can flow without much hindrance. Question 78. Q. Which one of the following factors is responsible for the change in the regular direction of the ocean currents in the Indian Ocean? 1997. Indian Ocean is half an ocean. B. Indian Ocean has monsoon drift. C. Indian Ocean is a landlocked ocean. D. Indian Ocean has greater variation in salinity. Answer B. Explanation. Monsoon and Indian Ocean currents. The currents in the northern portion of the Indian Ocean change their direction from season to season in response to the seasonal rhythm of the monsoons. The effect of winds is comparatively more pronounced in the Indian Ocean. Winter circulation. Under the influence of prevailing trade winds, easterly trade winds, the north equatorial current and the south equatorial current start from the south of Indonesian islands, moving from east to west. The northeast monsoons drive the water along the coast of Bay of Bengal to circulate in an anti-clockwise direction. Similarly, the water along the coast of Arabian Sea also circulate in an anti-clockwise circulation. Monsoon and Indian Ocean current. Summer circulation. North equatorial current, counter equatorial current are absent. In summer, due to the effects of the strong southwest monsoon and the absence of the northeast trades, a strong current flows from west to east, which completely obliterates the north equatorial current. Hence, there is no counter equatorial current as well. Thus, the circulation of water in the northern part of the ocean is clockwise during the season. Question 79. Q. With reference to Indian Ocean Dipole, IOD, sometimes mentioned in the news while forecasting Indian monsoon, which of the following statements are correct? 1. IOD phenomenon is characterized by a difference in sea surface temperature between tropical western Indian Ocean and tropical eastern Pacific Ocean. 2. An IOD phenomenon can influence an El Niño's impact on the monsoon. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 2017. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Answer B. Explanation. Indian Ocean Dipole. It is the difference in sea surface temperature between two areas, or poles, a western pole in the Arabian Sea, western Indian Ocean, and an eastern pole in the eastern Indian Ocean south of Indonesia. Positive Indian Ocean Dipole. When eastern Indian Ocean is unusually cold compared to western pole, thus high pressure in east and low pressure in warm west Indian Ocean and winds over the Indian Ocean consequently blow from east to west. This is good for Indian monsoons as more evaporation occurs in warm waters and SW monsoonal winds blowing over the region before striking India are able to carry more moisture. Negative Indian Ocean Dipole. When western Indian Ocean is unusually cold compared to eastern pole, thus high pressure in west and low pressure in warm east Indian Ocean and winds over the Indian Ocean consequently blow from west to east. Thus, the region around Indonesia is much warmer and rainier while Indian monsoon is weakened because of less evaporation in west Indian Ocean and Arabian Sea. Since the anomaly is similar to El Niño Southern Oscillation, ENSO, IOD, Equatorial Indian Ocean Oscillation is also known as Indian Niño. Question 80. Q. La Niña is suspected to have caused recent floods in Australia. How is La Niña different from El Niño? 1. La Niña is characterized by unusually cold ocean temperature in Equatorial Indian Ocean whereas El Niño is characterized by unusually warm ocean temperature in the Equatorial Pacific Ocean. 2. El Niño has adverse effect on southwest monsoon of India, but La Niña has no effect on monsoon climate. Which of the statements given above are correct? 2011 I. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Answer D. Explanation. El Niño. El Niño is the name given to occasional development of warm ocean surface waters along the coast of Ecuador and Peru. La Niña. This phenomenon is just the opposite of El Niño. In some years, the trade winds can become extremely strong and an abnormal accumulation of cold water can occur in the central and eastern Pacific. This event is called La Niña. La Niña results in abnormally heavy monsoons in India and Asia, but winter in eastern Africa and Australia, and drought in southern United States and South America. Question 81. Q. In which one of the following oceans Diamantine Trench is situated? 2006. Pacific Ocean. B. Atlantic Ocean. C. Indian Ocean. D. Arctic Ocean. Answer C. Explanation. Ocean relief. Major relief features of ocean bottom are the continental shelf, the continental slope, the continental rise, the abyssal plain or deep sea plain. Climate extreme equals no. Continental shelf. Continental shelf is the gently sloping seaward extension of continental plate. Continental shelf of all oceans together cover 7.5% of the total area of the oceans. The average width of continental shelves is between 70 to 80 km. The Siberian shelf in the Arctic Ocean, the largest in the world, stretches to 1,500 kilometers in width. The depth of the shelves also varies. It may be as shallow as 30 meters in some areas, while in some areas it is as deep as 600 meters. Question 82. Q. Tides occur in the oceans and seas due to which among the following? 2059. 1. Gravitational force of the sun. 2. Gravitational force of the moon. 3. Centrifugal force of the earth. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3 answer. D. Explanation. Tides. The periodical rise and fall of the sea level, once or twice a day, mainly due to the attraction of the sun and the moon, is called a tide. The moon's gravitational pull to a great extent and to a lesser extent the sun's gravitational pull are the major causes for the occurrence of tides. Another factor is centrifugal force, which acts opposite to gravitational pull of Earth. Tides occur due to a balance between all these forces. Question 83. Q. Assertion A. During the neap tides, the high tide is lower and the low tide is higher than usual. Reason R. The neap tide, unlike the spring tide, occurs on the new moon instead of on the full moon. Select the appropriate code. 2001. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Answer. C. Explanation. Types of tides. Spring tide. When the sun, the moon and the earth are in a straight line, the height of the tide will be higher. These are called spring tides and they occur twice a month, one on full moon period and another during new moon period. Neap tide. A tide in which the difference between high and low tide is the least. Normally, there is a 7-day interval between the spring tides and neap tides. At this time the sun and moon are at right angles to each other and the forces of the sun and moon tend to counteract one another. Question 84. Q. Consider the following statements. 2000. 1. Tides are of great help in navigation and fishing. 2. High tide enables big ships to enter or leave the harbor safely. 3. Tide prevents siltation in the harbors. 4. Kandla and Diamond Harbor are tidal ports. Which of these statements are correct? 1 and 4, B, 2, 3 and 4, C, 1, 2 and 3, D, 1, 2, 3 and 4 answer, D. Explanation. Importance of tides navigation. Tidal heights are very important, especially harbors near rivers and within estuaries having shallow, vast marine landforms at the entrance, which prevent ships and boats from entering into the harbor. High tides help in navigation. They raise the water level close to the shores. This helps the ships to arrive at the harbor more easily. Tides generally help in making some of the rivers navigable for ocean-going vessels. London and Calcutta, tidal ports, have become important ports owing to the tidal nature of the mouths of the Thames and Hooghly respectively. When the sun, the moon and the earth are in a straight line, the height of the tide will be higher. Importance of tides desilting. Tides are also helpful in desilting the sediments and in removing polluted water from river estuaries. Power generation. Tides are used to generate electrical power in Canada, France, Russia, and China. A 3 MW tidal power project was constructed at Dagadwani in Sundarbans of West Bengal. Fishing. The high tides also help in fishing. Many more fish come closer to the shore during the high tide. This enables fishermen to get a plentiful catch. Do it yourself. Question 85. Q. What is a lagoon? Question 85. Q. Which one of the following is not a lagoon? 2002. Ashtamani Lake. B. Chilka Lake. C. Periya Lake. D. Pulikat Lake. Biogeography. Question 86. Q. Which one among the following covers the highest percentage of forest area in the world? 2003. Temperate coniferous forests. B. Temperate deciduous forests. C. Tropical monsoon forests. D. Tropical rain forests. Answer A. Explanation. Winds. An ecosystem consists of all the living and non-living things and the interactions between them in specific natural settings. Forest ecosystem. Forests are areas with trees grouped in a way so their leaves or foliage shade the ground. Types of forests. Tropical forests. Tropical evergreen rainforest ecosystems found near the equator contain more diverse flora and fauna than ecosystems in any other region on Earth. Example, mahogany, rosewood, epiphytes, etc. Tropical deciduous forests, monsoon forests, have trees with green leaves that change color in the autumn and drop altogether in the winter. Trees that are common in deciduous forests are bamboo, teak, rubber, etc. Ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystem. Forest. Ecosystem grassland, ecosystem desert. Ecosystem tundra, ecosystem aquatic system. Marine ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem. Types of forests. Temperate forests. Temperate evergreen coniferous forests have trees with cone and needle-like leaves that stay green all year long. Coniferous forests have the tallest, coast redwood, largest, giant sequoia, and oldest, bristlecone pine trees in the world. Temperate deciduous forests have leaf-shedding trees like oak and maple. Temperate forests have the largest land share among all forest ecosystems. Boreal forests. In the far north, just south of the Arctic, boreal forests, also known as taiga, feature abundant coniferous trees. Grassland ecosystem. Flat and open areas where grasses are the dominant type of vegetation. Grasslands can be found on every continent except Antarctica. Types of grassland ecosystem. Tropical grassland. Tropical grasslands are called savannas. They do well in weather that is warm year-round and usually pretty dry. The most famous savannas are in Africa. Temperate grasslands. Temperate grasslands exist from the prairies of North America to the veldt of South Africa. They can exist in colder areas as well, as is the case with the well-known Siberian steppe. Desert ecosystem. These experience low precipitation, generally less than 2.5 cm/mil per year, scarce vegetation and high temperature ranges. About 1/3 of the Earth's total land area is covered by deserts. Types of desert ecosystem. Tropical hot desert, temperate cold deserts, cool coastal deserts, polar deserts. Tundra ecosystem. Tundra is an area where tree growth is difficult because of cold temperatures and short seasons. The soil may be frozen year-round, a condition known as permafrost. TYPSOF Tundra ecosystem. Alpine tundra. The weather in alpine tundras is cold, snowy, and windy. Most of the Tibetan plateau, the so-called roof of the world, located in Tibet, China, and India, is alpine tundra. Arctic tundra. Arctic tundra occurs in the far northern hemisphere of the Earth. It has a bare landscape and is frozen for much of the year. Here, the tundra can include permafrost. Freshwater ecosystem. Freshwater ecosystems can be found in streams, rivers, springs, ponds, lakes, bogs, and freshwater swamps. They are subdivided into two classes. those in which the water is nearly stationary, such as ponds, and those in which the water flows, such as creeks. Freshwater ecosystems are home to fish, algae, plankton, insects, amphibians, and underwater plants. Marine ecosystem. Marine ecosystems differ from freshwater ecosystems in that they contain salt water, which usually supports different types of species than does freshwater. Marine ecosystems are the most abundant types of ecosystems in the world. They encompass not only the ocean floor and surface but also tidal zones, estuaries, salt marshes and saltwater swamps, mangroves and coral reefs. Question 87. Q. Which of the following is a unique characteristics of equatorial forests? 2039. 1. Presence of tall, closely set trees with crowns forming a continuous canopy. 2. Coexistence of a large number of species. 3. Presence of numerous varieties of epiphytes. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. 1 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3 answer. D. Explanation. Equatorial forests. Because of the lack of seasonal differences, due to the geographical location of the forests and the high humidity level, the vegetation is luxuriant here. The recurring features of rainforests are basically the following. High animal and vegetal biodiversity. Evergreen, mesophytic plants adapted to neither too dry nor too wet type climate, lofty, thick canopy, less undergrowth. Dark and sparse undergrowth interspersed with clearings. Scanty litter, organic matter settling on the ground. Presence of epiphytes, an organism that grows on the surface of a plant and derives its moisture and nutrients from the air, rain, water, in marine environments or from debris accumulating around it. The important species of these forests are mahogany, bezoar, white cedar, jamun, canes, bamboo, etc. Question 88. Q. A geographic area with an altitude of 400 meters has following characteristics. 2010. If this geographic area were to have a natural forest, which one of the following would it most likely be? G. Moist temperate coniferous forest. H. Montane subtropical forest. I. Temperate forest. J. Tropical rainforest. Answer. D. Question 89. Q. Consider the following statements. 2002. 1. Taiga. 2. Tropical evergreen. 3. Tropical deciduous. 4. Tundra. The correct sequence in decreasing order of the albedo values of these ecosystems is 1, 4, 3, 2, B, 4, 1, 3, 2, C, 4, 1, 2, 3, D, 1.4, 2, 3 answer. B. Explanation. Albedo. The ratio of light reflected out of the total light incident on a body. Albedo is 0 for perfectly absorbing body and 1 for perfectly reflecting body. Albedo and vegetation. Vegetation absorbs sunlight to perform photosynthesis. Therefore, denser the vegetation of a place, the lower the albedo of the place. The albedo of white snow, ice or clouds is the very high. Albedo of dense forests is very low. Question 90. Q. Given below are two statements, one labeled as assertion A and the other labeled as reason R. 1996. Assertion A. Mangroves are very specialized forest ecosystems of tropical and subtropical regions bordering certain sea coasts. Reason R. They stabilize the shoreline and act as bulwark against encroachments by the sea. In the context of the above two statements, which one of the following is correct? Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Answer. B. Explanation. Mangroves. Mangrove forests grow in lands near the coastlines in the subtropical and tropical regions of the world. They can survive and grow both in fresh as well as brackish water. The mixture of seawater and fresh water in estuaries is called brackish water and its salinity can range from 0.5 to 35 ppt. The roots of mangroves are developed to be exposed to air as the marshy swamps restrict the intake of oxygen. Occur in and around the deltas, estuaries and creeks prone to tidal influences, delta or tidal forests. Dense mangroves protect the coast against erosion by sea waves, coastal storms etc. Question 91. Q. If a tropical rainforest is removed, it does not regenerate quickly as compared to a tropical deciduous forest. This is because 2011 I. A. The soil of rainforest is deficient in nutrients. B. Propagules of the trees in a rainforest have poor viability. C. The rainforest species are slow growing. D. Exotic species invade the fertile soil of rainforest. Answer A. Explanation. Tropical forest soils. Most tropical rainforest soils relatively poor in nutrients. Millions of years of weathering and torrential rains have washed most of the nutrients out of the soil. Tropical rainforest soils contain less organic matter than temperate forests and most of the available nutrients are found in the living plant and animal material. Nutrients in the soil are often in forms that are not accessible by plants. Constant warmth and moisture promote rapid decay of organic matter. When a tree dies in the rainforest, living organisms quickly absorb the nutrients before they have a chance to be washed away. When tropical forests are cut and burned, heavy rains can quickly wash the released nutrients away, leaving the soil even more impoverished. Share of nutrients in the ecosystem. Do it yourself. Question 92. Q. Assertion A. Unlike temperate forests, the tropical rainforests, if cared, can yield productive farmland that can support intensive agriculture for several years even without chemical fertilizer. Reason R. The primary productivity of the tropical rainforest is very high when compared to that of temperate forests. In the context of the above two statements, which one of the following is correct? 2003. Both A and R are individually true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are individually true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Question 93. Q. Estuaries possess distinct blooms of excessive growth of pigmented dinoflagellates. These blooms are recalled 1998. Red tides. B. C tides. C. Black tides. D. C flowers. Answer A. Explanation. Algae bloom. An algal bloom or marine bloom or water bloom is a rapid increase in the population of algae, e.g., dinoflagellates in an aquatic system. Algal blooms are the result of an excess of nutrients, particularly phosphorus and nitrogen, into waters and higher concentrations of these nutrients in water cause increased growth of algae and green plants. As more algae and plants grow and die, their dead organic matter becomes food for bacteria that decompose it. With more food available, the bacteria increase in number and use up the dissolved oxygen in the water. This results in a dead area. Question 94. Q. The largest coral reef in the world is found near the coast of which one of the following countries? 2007. Australia. B. Cuba. C. Ghana. D. Philippines. Answer A. Explanation. Coral reefs. Coral reefs are built by and made up of thousands of tiny animals, coral, polyps, that are related to anemones and jellyfish. Polyps are shallow water organisms which have a soft body covered by a calcareous skeleton. The polyps extract calcium salts from seawater to form these hard skeletons. The polyps live in colonies fastened to the rocky seafloor. When the coral polyps die, they shed their skeleton coral on which new polyps grow. The cycle is repeated for over millions of years, leading to accumulation of layers of corals. Shallow rock created by these depositions is called reef. Question 95. Q. Which one of the following statements is correct? 2005. The first meeting of the parties, MOP, to the Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety was held in Philippines in the year 2004. B. India is not a signatory to the Biosafety Protocol, Convention on Biological Diversity. C. The Biosafety Protocol deals with genetically modified organisms. Answer. C. Explanation. Convention on Biological Diversity. Convention on Biological Diversity is a legally binding treaty, which came as an outcome of Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro on the 5th of June 1992 and entered into force on the 29th of December 1993. Only 4 member states of the United Nations are not parties to the CBD, namely, Andorra, South Sudan, United States of America and the Holy See. Objectives. Conservation of biological diversity or biodiversity. Sustainable use of its components. Fair and equitable sharing of benefits arising from genetic resources. The Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety. The Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety to the Convention on Biological Diversity is an international agreement which aims to ensure the safe handling, transport and use of living modified organisms, elements resulting from modern biotechnology that may have adverse effects on biological diversity, taking also into account risks to human health. It was adopted on the 29th of January 2000 and entered into force on the 11th of September 2003. Its first meeting of the parties was held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Human Geography. Question 96. Q. About 50% of the world population is concentrated between the latitudes of 1997. 5 degrees north and 20 degrees north. B. 20 degrees north and 40 degrees north. C. 40 degrees north and 60 degrees north. D. 20 degrees south and 40 degrees south. Answer. B. Question 97. Q. For India, China, UK and USA, which one of the following is the correct sequence of the median age of their population? 2008. China less than India less than UK less than USA. B. India less than China less than USA less than UK. C. China less than India less than USA less than UK. D. India less than China less than UK less than USA. Answer. B. Explanation. Median age of the population. Median age is the age that divides the population into two numerically equal groups, that is, half the people are younger than this age and half are older. Question 98. Q. Consider the following countries. 2002. 1. Brazil. 2. Indonesia. 3. Japan. 4. Russia. What is the descending order of the size of the following countries population-wise? 1, 2, 4, 3, B, 2, 3, 1, 4, C, 2, 1, 4, 3, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Answer. B. Question 99. Q. They are people of yellow complexion, oblique eyes, high cheekbones, sparse hair and medium height. The reference here is to 1997. Nordic B. Ostrix. C. Negroids. D. Mongoloids. Answer. D. Explanation. Race. A race is a grouping of humans based on shared physical or social qualities into categories generally viewed as distinct by society. Found near the equator contain more diverse flora and fauna than ecosystems in any other region on Earth. Example, mahogany, rosewood, epiphytes, etc. Classifications. Caucasoid. Includes people from Europe, North Africa, the Horn of Africa, Western Asia, the Middle East, parts of Central Asia and South Asia. The people of Caucasian and its sub-races have white skin color ranging from white to dark wheatish. They possess all kinds of hair including straight, blonde, wavy, etc. They have prominent eyes, pronounced and well-shaped nose and sharp features, medium build and average stocky musculature. Classification. Negroid. Most striking feature of Negroids dark skin due to dense pigmentation, cause black and wavy hair. They have wide noses and foreheads, broad, often thick lips, large build and broad skeletal structure. There are several sub-races of Negroids also including Australoids, Aborigines, Melanesians, Negritos, Papuans, Dravidians, etc. Mongoloid. The striking feature of Mongoloids is yellowish or light whitish skin, extremely straight and black hair, very less hair growth upon their bodies, small, almond-shaped eyes, slight build, very lean musculature and small but clear facial features. The sub-races of Mongoloids include East Asian, North Asian and Native American in terms of population. The largest group is of Caucasoid, 55%, followed by Mongoloid, 33%, Negroid, 8%, and Australoid, 4%. Question 100. Q. The original home of the Gypsies was 1995. Egypt. B. Russia. C. India. D. Persia. Answer. C. Explanation. Romani people. The Romani, also known as Gypsies or Roma, are an Indo-Aryan ethnic group living mostly in Europe and the Americas and originating from the northern Indian subcontinent, particularly from the Rajasthan, Haryana, and Punjab regions of modern-day India. Gypsies are believed to have arrived in Europe from northern India about 1500 years ago and settled in various parts of Eastern Europe, Germany and Southern Europe. The Sinti and Roma spoke dialects of a common language called Romani, based in Sanskrit, the classical language of India. They are similar to the Banjara people found in India. Question 101. Q. A person of mixed European and Indian blood in Latin America are called a 1999. Mulatto. B. Mestizo. C. Meiji. D. Mau Mau. Answer. B. Explanation. Mulatto. A person of mixed white and black ancestry, especially a person with one white and one black parent. Meiji. It refers to a Japanese era which extended from October 23, 1868 to July 30, 1912. This period represents the first half of the Empire of Japan, during which Japanese society moved from being an isolated feudal society to a westernized form. Mau Mau. A rebellion in colonized Kenya against the colonial rule of the British. Mestizo. A person of mixed European and Indian blood in Latin America. Question 102. Q. Consider the following countries of South Asia, 2002. 1. Bangladesh. 2. India. 3. Pakistan. 4. Sri Lanka. 5. The descending order of literacy status of these countries is 4, 2, 1, 3. B. 2, 4, 3, 1. C. 4, 2, 3, 1. D. 2, 4, 1, 3. Answer. A. Explanation. Literacy across countries. Literacy across different countries are measured by the United Nations, which defines literates as people aged 15 or over who can read and write. The global literacy rate for all people aged 15 and above is 86.3%. The global literacy rate for all males is 90.0% and the rate for all females is 82.7%. Country literacy rate: Sri Lanka 92%, India 74%, Bangladesh 72%, Pakistan 58%. Question 103. Q. Which one of the following countries is the leading producer of uranium? 2006. United States of America. B. Canada. C. Germany. D. Zambia. Answer. B. Question 104. Q. Which among the following has the world's largest reserves of uranium? 2009. Australia. B. Canada. C. Russian Federation. D. USA. Answer. A. Explanation. Reserves of uranium. Question 105. Q. Which one amongst the following has the largest livestock population in the world? 2008. Brazil. B. China. C. India. D. USA. Answer. C. Basics of India. Question 106. Q. Along which one of the following meridians did India experience the first light of the sunrise of the new millennium? 2000. 2 degrees 30, W, B, 82 degrees 30, A, C, 92 degrees 30, W, D, 92 degrees 30, A. Answer, D. Explanation. India. East-west extent of mainland India, including Pak-occupied Kashmir Pak, 68 degrees 7, east to 97 degrees 25, east longitude. South-north extent of mainland India, 8 degrees 4, north to 37 degrees 6 feet north latitude. The southernmost point of the country is the Pygmalion Point or Indira Point is located at 6 degrees 45 feet in latitude. North-south extent from Indira Call in Kashmir to Kanyakumari is 3,214 kilometers. East-west width from the run of Kutch to Arunachal Pradesh is 2,933 kilometers. With an area of 87,263 square kilometers, India is the 7th largest country of the world. India accounts for about 2.4% of the total surface area of the world. Question 107. Q. If it is 10 am, IST, then what would be the local time at Shillong on 92 degrees A longitude? 1999. At 9:38 am, B. 10:38 am, C. 10:22 am, D. 9:22 am. Answer. B. Question 108. Q. If you travel by road from Kohama to Kottayam, what is the minimum number of states within India through which you can travel, including the origin and the destination? 6. B. 7. C. 8. D. 9. Answer. B. Explanation. Kohama to Kottayam. Nagaland, Kohama. Assam. West Bengal. Orissa. Andhra Pradesh. Karnataka or Tamil Nadu. Kerala, Kottayam. Do it yourself. Question 109. Q. If you travel by road from Kohama to Kottayam, what is the minimum number of states within India through which you can travel, including the origin and the destination? 6. B. 7. C. 8. D. 9. Answer. B. Question 110. Q. The latitudes that pass through Sikkim also pass through. 2010. Rajasthan. B. Punjab. C. Himachal Pradesh. D. Jammu and Kashmir. Answer. A. Question 111. Q. The among the following cities, which one lies on a longitude closest to that of Delhi? 2018. Bengaluru. B. Hyderabad. C. Nagpur. D. Pune. Answer. A. Explanation. Delhi is at 28 degrees 40 feet N longitude and 77 degrees 20 feet A, latitude A. Bangalore, 12 degrees 58 and 77 degrees 38 feet E. So, latitude-wise, Bangalore can be said to be the closest. B. Hyderabad, 17 degrees 20 and 78 degrees 30 feet A. C. Nagpur, 21 degrees 09 and 79 degrees 09 A. D. Pune, 18 degrees 31 and 73 degrees 55 feet E. Question 112. Q. Out of the 4 southern states, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, which shares boundaries with the maximum number of Indian states? 2007. Andhra Pradesh only. B. Karnataka only. C. Each of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. D. Each of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Answer. C. Explanation. Boundary sharing of states. 9 states including Delhi, Uttar Pradesh. 7 states, Assam and Chhattisgarh. 6 states, Maharashtra and Karnataka. 5 states, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Haryana and Rajasthan. 4 states, Telangana, Punjab, HP and Orissa. 3 states, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Uttarakhand and Bihar. 2 states, Tripura, Goa, Kerala, Arunachal, J&K. 1 state, Meghalaya and Sikkim. Do it yourself. Question 113. Q. Out of the 4 southern states, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, which shares boundaries with the maximum number of Indian states? 2007. Andhra Pradesh only. B. Karnataka only. C. Each of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. D. Each of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Answer. C. Question 114. Q. Which one among the following major Indian cities is most eastward located? 2007. Hyderabad. B. Bhopal. C. Lucknow. D. Bengaluru, Bangalore. Answer. C. Question 115. Q. Among the following cities, which one is nearest to the Tropic of Cancer? 2003. Delhi. B. Kolkata. C. Jodhpur. D. Nagpur. Answer. B. Explanation. Literacy across countries. Tropic of Cancer passes through 8 states: Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, Mizoram. Question 116. Q. Which one among the following states is smallest in area? 2003. Andhra Pradesh. B. Gujarat. C. Karnataka. D. Tamil Nadu. Answer. D. Explanation. Indian states area-wise. Question 117. Q. Which of the following is geographically closest to Great Nicobar? Sumatra. B. Borneo. C. Java. D. Sri Lanka. Answer. Physical features in India. Question 118. Q. The Indian subcontinent was originally a part of a huge mass called 1995. Jurassic land mass. B. Ayavrita. C. Indiana. D. Gondwana continent. Answer. D. Explanation. Gondwanaland and Laurasia. Around 200 million years ago, the supercontinent Pangaea began to split. Pangaea first broke into 2 large continental masses as Laurasia, Amyralin, northern part consisting of North America, Greenland and Eurasia. Without Arabia and India, traveled northwards. Gondwanaland, southern part, contained Africa, Arabia, South America, Australia, Antarctica and India and traveled southwards. Timeline of continental drift. Question 119. Q. The paleomagnetic results obtained from India indicate that in the past, the Indian land mass has moved. 1995. Northward B, southward C, eastward D, westward answer A. Explanation. Northward movement of Indian landmass. Around 70 million years ago, Indian landmass separated from the Gondwanaland and started moving northwards at a rate of about 9 meters a century. When India rammed into Asia about 40 to 50 million years ago, its northward advance slowed by about half. The collision and associated decrease in the rate of plate movement are interpreted to mark the beginning of the rapid uplift of the Himalayas. Question 120. Q. When you travel in Himalayas, you will see the following. 2012 I. 1. Deep gorges. 2. U-turn river courses. 3. Parallel mountain ranges. 4. Steep variants causing landsliding. Which of the above can be said to be the evidences for Himalayas being Yen-fold mountains? 1 and 2 only, B. 1, 2 and 4 only, C. 3 and 4 only, D. 1, 2, 3 and 4 answer, D. Explanation. The Himalayas includes the Himalayas, Purvanchal and their extensions Arakan-Yoma, Myanmar, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, but we will consider these as islands only. It is the youngest and highly unstable landmass of India and tectonic movements are very common. Cover about 10.7% of the land area of the country. Series of several parallel or converging ranges separated by deep valleys or gorges creating a highly dissected topography divided by a number of deep valleys. The southern slopes have steep gradients and northern slopes have comparatively gentler slopes. Most of the Himalayan ranges fall in India, Nepal and Bhutan. The northern slopes are partly situated in Tibet, Trans-Himalayas, while the western extremity lies in Pakistan, Afghanistan and Central Asia. Himalayas between Tibet and Ganga plain is a succession of 3 parallel ranges. Question 121. Q. Examine the map of Jammu and Kashmir given below. The mountains ranges marked 1, 2, 3 and 4 are respectively 1995. Ladakh, Zanskar, Karakoram and Pir Panjal. B. Karakoram, Ladakh, Zanskar and Pir Panjal. C. Karakoram, Zanskar, Pir Panjal and Ladakh. D. Ladakh, Pir Panjal, Karakoram and Zanskar answer, B. Explanation. The Himalayan ranges. Shivaliks or outer Himalayas. Lesser or middle Himalayas. The greater Himalayas. The Trans-Himalayas, Tibetan Himalayas. The eastern hills, Purvanchal, a chain of hills in northeast India. Shivalik range. Also known as outer Himalayas and located in between the Great Plains and Lesser Himalayas. The altitude varies from 600 to 1500 meters. Runs for a distance of 2400 kilometers from the Potpur Plateau to the Brahmaputra Valley. The southern slopes are steep while the northern slopes are gentle. The width of the Shivaliks varies from 50 kilometers in Himachal Pradesh to less than 15 kilometers in Arunachal Pradesh. The quantum of rainfall decreases from east to west in Shivaliks and Ganga plains. The southern slopes of Shivalik range in Punjab and Himachal Pradesh are almost devoid of forest cover. These slopes are highly dissected by seasonal streams called chores. Regional names of Shivaliks. Region name of Shivaliks. Jammu region Jammu Hills. Arunachal Pradesh Dafla, Meri, Aber and Mishmi Hills. Uttarakhand Tidhang Range, Dudhwa Range. Nepal Churiya Ghat Hills. Middle or Lesser Himalayas. It is also called the Himachal or Lower Himalaya. Lower Himalayan ranges are 60-80 km wide and about 2,400 km in length. Elevations vary from 3,500 to 4,500 meters above sea level. Many peaks are more than 5,050 meters above sea level and are snow-covered throughout the year. Lower Himalayas have steep, bare southern slopes. Steep slopes prevent soil formation, and more gentle, forest-covered northern slopes. In Uttarakhand, the middle Himalayas are marked by the Mussoorie and the Nag-Tibba ranges. The Mahabharat Lake in southern Nepal is a continuation of the Mussoorie range. East of the Kosi River, the Sub-Kosi, Sikkim, Bhutan, Meri, Aber and Mishmi Hills represent the lower Himalayas. Regional ranges of Lesser Himalayas. Important ranges of Lesser Himalayas region. The Pir Panjal range Jammu and Kashmir, there to the south of Kashmir Valley. The Dhauladhar range Himachal Pradesh. The Mussoorie range in The. Nag-Tibba range Uttarakhand. Mahabharat Lake Nepal. The Great Himalayas. Also known as Inner Himalaya, Central Himalaya or Himadri. Average elevation of 6,100 meters above sea level and an average width of about 25 kilometers. The folds in this range are asymmetrical with steep south slope and gentle north slope giving, hogback, along, steep hill or mountain ridge topography. This mountain arc convexes to the south just like the other two. Terminates abruptly at the syntaxial bends, one in the Ninga Parbat in northwest and the other in the Namcha Barwa in the northeast. This mountain range boasts of the tallest peaks of the world, most of which remain under perpetual snow. State passes of Greater Himalayas. Jammu and Kashmir. 1. Burzil Pass. 2. Zojila Means Pass. Himachal Pradesh. 1. Baralachala. 2. Shipkila, the Hindustan-Tibet road connecting Shimla with Gatok in western Tibet. Uttarakhand. 1. Tagala. 2. Naiti Pass 3. Lipu Lake. Sikkim. 1. Natula. 2. Jalapla, important trade route connecting Kalimpong near Darjeeling with Lhasa in Tibet, passes through Jalapla, 4,386 meters. The Trans-Himalayas. The Himalayan ranges immediately north of the Great Himalayan Range, also called the Tibetan Himalaya. The Ladakh, the Kailash and the Karakoram are the main ranges. It stretches for a distance of about 1,000 kilometers in east-west direction and average elevation is 3,000 meters above mean sea level. The average width of this region is 40 kilometers at the extremities and about 225 kilometers in the central part. North of the Zanskar range and running parallel to it is the Ladakh range. Only a few peaks of this range attain heights of over 6,000 meters. The Kailash range in western Tibet is an offshoot of the Ladakh range. The highest peak is Mount Kailash, 6,714 meters. River Indus originates from the northern slopes of the Kailash range. The northernmost range of the Trans-Himalayan ranges in India is the Great Karakoram range, also known as the Krishnagiri range. Karakoram range extends eastwards from the Pamir for about 800 kilometers. It is the abode of some of the greatest glaciers of the world outside the polar regions. Some of the peaks are more than 8,000 meters above sea level. K2, 8,611 meters, Godwin Austin, is the second highest peak in the world and the highest peak in the Indian Union. The Ladakh Plateau lies to the northeast of the Karakoram range. It has been dissected into a number of plains and mountains: Soto Plains, Exaichen, Lingzi Tang, Depsan Plains and Changchenmo. Purvanchal Hills or Eastern Hills. Eastern Hills of the Purvanchal are the southward extension of Himalayas running along the northeastern edge of India. At the Dihan Gorge, the Himalayas take a sudden southward bend and form a series of comparatively low hills which are collectively called as the Purvanchal. Purvanchal Hills are convex to the west. They run along the India-Myanmar border extending from Arunachal Pradesh in the north to Mizoram in the south. Pitkaibam Hills are made up of strong sandstone, elevation varying from 2000 meters to 3000 meters, merges into Naga Hills where Suramiti, 3826 meters, is the highest peak. Further south the Barai range swings to west into Jaintia, Kasi and Garo Hills which are an eastward continuation of the Indian peninsular block. They are separated from the main block by Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers. Question 122. Q. Nanda Devi Peak forms a part of 2003. Assam Himalayas, B. Kumaon Himalayas, C. Nepal Himalayas, D. Punjab Himalayas. Answer D. Explanation. Regional division of Himalayas, Western Himalayas. Punjab Himalayas. Between the Indus and the Satluj rivers, 560 kilometers. All the major rivers of Indus river system flow through Punjab Himalayas. A large portion of Punjab Himalayas is in Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. Hence they are also called the Kashmir and Himachal Himalaya. Karakoram, Ladakh, Pir Panjal, Zastar and Dhuladhar are the major ranges in this section. The general elevation falls westwards. Regional division of Himalayas, Western Himalayas. Punjab Himalayas. Between the Satluj and the Kali rivers is the 320 kilometers long Kumaon Himalaya. Its western part is called Garhwal Himalaya while the eastern part is known as Kumaon Himalaya proper. The general elevation is higher as compared to Punjab Himalayas. Nanda Devi, Kamet, Trisul, Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri are important peaks. The sources of sacred rivers like the Ganga and the Yamuna are located in the Kumaon Himalayas. Nainital and Bhimtal are important lakes. Western Himalayas. Central Himalayas, Nepal Himalayas. 800 kilometers between River Kali and the western River Kosi in the east. The Great Himalaya range attains maximum height in this portion. Some of the world famous peaks Mt. Everest, Kanchenjunga, Mekru, Annapurna, Gosentan and Giligiri are located here. The range is crossed by rivers like Ghaggar, Gandak, Kosi, etc. The Shivalik range come very close to the lesser Himalaya towards the east. Regional division of Himalayas, Eastern Himalayas. Sikkim Himalayas. A very narrow stretch of high altitude ranges between Kosi and Teesta rivers. Mainly occupies the area of eastern Nepal and Sikkim. Assam Himalayas. This part of the Himalayas lies between the Teesta river in the west and the Brahmaputra river in the east. It stretches for a distance of about 720 kilometers. Also known as the Assam Himalayas, the eastern Himalayas occupy mainly the areas of Arunachal Pradesh and Bhutan. The Assam Himalayas show a marked dominance of fluvial erosion due to heavy rainfall. The Himalayas take a sudden southward turn after the Dihang Gorge and the hill ranges running in more or less north-south direction along India's border with Myanmar are collectively known as the Purvanchal. Important peaks in India. Question 123. Q. The Brahmaputra, Irrawaddy and Mekong rivers originate in Tibet and flow through narrow and parallel mountain ranges in their upper reaches. Of these rivers, Brahmaputra makes a U-turn in its course to flow into India. This U-turn is due to 2011 I. A uplift of folded Himalayan series. B. Syntaxial bending of geologically young Himalayas. C. Geotectonic disturbance in the tertiary folded mountain chains. D. Both the and B. Above. Answer. D. Explanation. Course of Brahmaputra. Syntaxial bend. Himalayas extend in the east-west direction from the Indus Gorge in the west to the Brahmaputra Gorge in the east. Himalayan ranges take sharp southward bends at these gorges. These bends are called syntaxial bends of the Himalayas. The western syntaxial bend occurs near the Naga Parbat Karakoram range where the Indus river has cut a deep gorge. The eastern syntaxial bend occurs near the Namche Barwa. Question 124. Q. Match list I, valley with list 2, state and select the correct answer using the codes given below. Lists 2006. List I, valley, list 2, state. A. Barkha Valley 1, Sikkim B. Zuku Valley 2, Himachal Pradesh C. Sangla Valley 3, Jammu and Kashmir D. Yamthang Valley 4, Nagaland. Codes. A. A2, B4, C3, D1, B. A3, B1, C2, D4, C. A2, B1, C3, D4, D. A3, B4, C2, D1. Answer D. Important valleys in Himalayan states. State valleys. J&K Bengals, Bidab, Chenab, Indus, Jhelum, Kashmir, Lipa, Barkha, Bushkosh, Neelam, Suru, Zojila. Himachal Pradesh. Baspa, Bahakar Nangal, Chamba, Haban, Kangra, Kasob, Kullu, Lahol, Rangi, Parvati, Pin, Satluj, Spiti, Sangla. Uttarakhand Bhagirathi, Dune, Johar, Mana, Naiti, Pinda, Pins, Valley of Flowers Sikkim Yamthang, Chumbi. Arunachal Pradesh Upper Dibang, Lower Dibin, Dihang. Nagaland Zuko. Manipur Imphal, Kabau. Question 125. Q. If there were no Himalayan ranges, what would have been the most likely geographical impact on India? 2010. 1. Much of the country would experience the cold waves from Siberia. 2. Indo-Gangetic plain would be devoid of such extensive alluvial soils. 3. The pattern of monsoon would be different from what it is at present. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 2 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. Answer D. Significance of Himalayas' influence on Indian climate. They intercept the summer monsoons coming from the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea causing precipitation in the entire Ganga plains, northeastern hills. They direct the monsoon winds towards northwestern India. They protect northern plains from the cold continental air masses of Central Asia. The Himalayas influence the path of subtropical jet stream flowing in the region. They split the jet stream and the split jet stream plays an important role in bringing monsoons to India. Source of rivers and fertile soil. Rivers that feed nearly 500 million population of India originate in Himalayas. We will study this in detail later in drainage system. All the rivers are perennial supplying water year round. The swift flowing rivers from Himalayas bring enormous amount of silt alluvium which constantly enrich the Ganga and Brahmaputra plains. Significance of Himalayas forest wealth. The Himalayan hosts rich coniferous and evergreen forests. Lower levels have tropical evergreen forests and higher levels have alpine vegetation coniferous. The Himalayan forests provide fuel wood and a large variety of timber for industries. Himalayan forests host wide variety of medicinal plants. Several patches are covered with grass offering rich pastures for grazing animals. Tourism. Himalayan ranges have a large number of tourist spots. Srinagar, Dalhousie, Dharamshala, Chamba, Shimla, Kulu, Manali, Mussoorie, Nainital, Darjeeling, Gangtok, etc. are important tourist centers in the Himalayas. The increasing popularity of winter sports has increased the rush of tourists in winters. Cultural tourism. Himalayas host many Hindu and Buddhist shrines. Kailash, Amarnath, Badrinath, Kedarnath, Vaishno Devi, Uttarkashi, Gangotri, Yamunotri, etc. are important places of pilgrimage. Significance of Himalayas agriculture. Some slopes are terraced for cultivation. Rice is the main crop on the terraced slopes. The other crops are wheat, maize, potatoes, etc. Tea is a unique crop which can be grown only on the Shivalik hill slopes in the region. Fruit cultivation is a major occupation. A wide variety of fruits such as apples, pears, grapes, mulberry, walnut, cherries, peaches, apricot, etc. are grown in the Himalayan region. Mineral resources. Coal is found in Kashmir. Copper, lead, zinc, gold, silver, limestone, semi-precious and precious stones occur at some places in the Himalayas. But the exploitation of these resources require advanced technologies which are not yet available. Strategic significance. The Himalayas are a natural defense barrier. Question 126. Q. Consider the following statements. 2017. 1. In India, the Himalayas are spread over 5 states only. 2. Western Ghats are spread over 5 states only. 3. Pulicat Lake is spread over 2 states only. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 and 2 only, B, 3 only. C. 2 and 3 only, D. 1 and 3 only. Answer, B. Explanation. Western Ghats states. Himalayan states. Pulicat Lake. Pulicat Lagoon is the second largest brackish water lagoon in India after Chilika Lake. The lagoon is one of the 3 important wetlands to attract northeast monsoon rain clouds during October to December season to Tamil Nadu. The lake encompasses the Pulicat Lake Bird Sanctuary. The barrier island of Sriharikota separates the lake from the Bay of Bengal and is home to the Satish Dhawan Space Center. Physical features in India. Question 127. Q. The approximate age of the Aravallis range is 2001. C. 370 million years. D. 470 million years. A. 570 million years. F. 670 million years. Answer, D. Question 128. Q. In which state is the Guru Shikhar peak located? 2007. Rajasthan. B. Gujarat. C. Madhya Pradesh. D. Maharashtra. Answer, D. Question 129. Q. Consider the following statements. 2004. 1. Mahadev Hills. 2. Sahyadri Parvat, Satpura Range. What is the correct sequence of the above from the north to the south? 1, 2, 3, B, 2, 1, 3, C, 1, 3, 2, D, 2, 3, 1. Answer, C. Explanation. Hill ranges of the Peninsular Plateau. Most of the hills in the peninsular region are of the relic-type residual hills. They are the remnants of the hills in Horst formed many million years ago. Horst, uplifted block, Graben, subsided block. The plateaus of the peninsular region are separated from one another by these hill ranges and various river valleys. Question 130. Q. Which one of the following statements is not correct? 2005. The Western Ghats are relatively higher in their northern region. B. The Anaimudi is the highest peak in the Western Ghats. C. Tapi River lies to the south of Satpura. D. The Narmada and Tapi River valleys are said to be old rift valleys. Answer, A. Explanation. Western Ghats Sahyadris. They form the western edge of the Deccan tableland. Run from the Tapi Valley, 21 degrees north latitude, to a little north of Kanyakumari, 11 degrees north latitude, for a distance of 1,600 kilometers. The Western Ghats are steep-sided, terraced, flat-topped hills presenting a steppe topography facing the Arabian Sea coast. The Western Ghats abruptly rise as a sheer wall to an average elevation of 1,000 meters from the western coastal plain, but they slope gently on their eastern flank and hardly appear to be a mountain when viewed from the Deccan tableland. The height of Western Ghats increases southwards. Western Ghats Sahyadris. Thalghat and Borghat are important passes which provide passage by road and rail between the Konkan plains in the west and the Deccan Plateau in the east. The southern part of the Western Ghats is separated from the main Sahyadri range by Palghat Gap, Palakkad Gap. The high ranges terminate abruptly on either side of this gap. Palghat Gap, it is a rift valley. This gap is used by a number of roads and railway lines to connect the plains of Tamil Nadu with the coastal plain of Kerala. Anaimudi, 2,695 meters, is the highest peak in the whole of southern India. Dorabetta, 2,637 meters. 3 ranges radiate in different directions from Anaimudi. These ranges are the Anamalai, 1800-2000 meters to the north, the Palani, 90-1200 meters to the northeast, and the Cardamom Hills or the Elimelai to the south. Question 131. Q. Consider the following pairs. 2014 Hills region. 1. Cardamom Hills, Coromandel Coast. 2. Camur Hills, Konkan Coast. 3. Mahadev Hills, Central India. 4. Mikir Hills, Northeast India. Which of the above pairs are correctly matched? C. 1 and 2, D. 2 and 3, A. 3 and 4, D. 2 and 4. Answer, C. Question 132. Q. Which one of the following is the correct sequence of hills starting from the north and going towards the south? 2005. C. Nalamalai Hills, Nilgiri Hills, Javri Hills, Anamalai Hills. D. Anamalai Hills, Javri Hills, Nilgiri Hills, Nalamalai Hills. A. Nalamalai Hills, Javri Hills, Nilgiri Hills, Anamalai Hills. D. Anamalai Hills, Nilgiri Hills, Javri Hills, Nalamalai Hills. Answer, C. Explanation. Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats run almost parallel to the east coast of India, leaving broad plains between their base and the coast. They neither have structural unity nor physiographic continuity. Therefore, these hill groups are generally treated as independent units. It is only in the northern part, between the Mahanadi and the Godavari, that the Eastern Ghats exhibit true mountain character. Between the Godavari and the Krishna rivers, the Eastern Ghats lose their hilly character and are occupied by Gondwana formations. KG Basin is here. The Eastern Ghats reappear as more or less a continuous hill range in Kadapa and Kurnool districts of Andhra Pradesh, where they are called as Nalamalai Range, next flight hideout in AP, with general elevation of 600-850 meters. The southern part of this range is called the Palkonda Range. To the south, the hills and plateaus attain very low altitudes. Only Javdi Hills and the Shivroy Hills form two distinct features of 1,000 meters elevation. Question 133. Q. Which of the following hills are found where the Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats meet? 2008. Anamalai Hills. B. Cardamom Hills. C. Nilgiri Hills. D. Shivroy Hills. Answer, C. Question 134. Q. Where are Shivroy Hills located? 2007. Andhra Pradesh. B. Karnataka. C. Kerala. D. Tamil Nadu. Answer, D. Question 135. Q. Consider the map given below. 1997. The place marked A, B, C and D in the map are respectively Rift Valley region, Chhattisgarh Plain, Rain Shadow region and Chota Nagpur. B. Chhattisgarh Plain, Chota Nagpur Plateau, Rift Valley region and Rain Shadow region. C. Rift Valley region, Chhattisgarh Plain, Chota Nagpur Plateau and Rain Shadow region. D. Chhattisgarh Plain, Rain Shadow region, Chota Nagpur Plateau and Rift Valley region. Answer, C. Explanation. Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur Plateau represents the northeastern projection of the Indian Peninsula, mostly in Jharkhand, northern part of Chhattisgarh and Purulia district of West Bengal. The average elevation of the plateau is 700 meters above sea level. This plateau is composed mainly of Gondwana rocks. Here are found the Gondwana coal fields which provide bulk of coal in India. The plateau is drained by numerous rivers and streams in different directions and presents a radial drainage pattern. Drainage pattern. Rivers like the Damodar, the Subarnarekha, the North Koyal, the South Koyal and the Barkar have developed extensive drainage basins. Question 136. Q. Which one of the following is the appropriate reason to considering the Gondwana rocks as most important of rock systems of India? 2010. More than 90% of limestone reserves of India are found in them. B. More than 90% of India's coal reserves are found in them. C. More than 90% of fertile black cotton soils are spread over them. D. None of the reasons given above is appropriate in this context. Answer B. Explanation. Gondwana coal. Gondwana coal makes up to 98% of the total reserves and 99% of the production of coal in India. The carbon content in Gondwana coal, 250 million years old, is less compared to the carboniferous coal, 350 million years old, almost absent in India. Anthracite is generally not found in Gondwana coal fields. Gondwana coal is free from moisture, but it contains sulfur and phosphorus. It occurs in the valleys of certain rivers viz. The Damodar, the Mahanadi, the Son, the Godavari and the Vardha etc. Question 137. Q. Which one of the following mountain ranges is spread over only one state in India? 1995. Aravalli, B. Satpura, C. Ajanta, D. Sahyadri. Answer C. Explanation. Hill ranges and states. State valleys. Aravalli, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Haryana, Delhi. Satpura, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. Sahyadri, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Ajanta, Maharashtra, Mahadev, Madhya Pradesh. Eastern Ghats. Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. River systems in India. Question 138. Q. Which one of the following rivers does not originate in India? 2009. G. Bees. H. Chenab, I. Ravi. J. Satluj. Answer D. Explanation. Major river systems in India. Himalayan river systems. Indus river system. Brahmaputra river system. Ganga river system. Peninsular river systems. Godavari river system. Krishna river system. Kaveri river system. Mahanadi river system. West flowing peninsular river systems. Narmada river system. Tapti river system. Indus river system. Indus river. Its source is glaciers of Kailash Range in Tibet near Lake Mansarovar. Its length is about 2,900 kilometers. The Gilgit, Gatang, Dras, Shigar, Hunza, Zaskar, Shyok, Kabul are the tributaries of the Indus. The river empties into the Arabian Sea south of Karachi after forming a huge delta. Jhelum River. The Jhelum has its source in a spring at Verinag in the southeastern part of the Kashmir Valley. It flows northwards into Wula Lake, northwestern part of Kashmir Valley. From Wula Lake, it changes its course southwards. It forms the India-Pakistan boundary for 170 kilometers. Chenab River. The Chenab originates from near the Baralacha Pass in the Lahore-Spiti part of the Zaskar Range. Two small streams on opposite sides of the pass, namely Chandra and Bhaga, form its headwaters. Bees River. The Bees originates near the Rotang Pass, on the southern end of the Pir Panjal Range, close to the source of the Ravi. It is a comparatively small river which is only 460 kilometers long but lies entirely within the Indian territory. Ravi River. The Ravi has its source in Kullu Hills near the Rotang Pass in Himachal Pradesh. It drains the area between the Pir Panjal and the Dholadhar ranges. Satluj River. The Satluj rises from the Mansarovar Rakhaz lakes in western Tibet. It takes a northwesterly course up to the Shivkila on the Tibet-Himachal Pradesh boundary. From near Firozpur to Fazilka it forms the boundary between India and Pakistan for nearly 120 kilometers. Out of its total length of 1,450 kilometers, it flows for 1,050 kilometers in Indian territory. Indus River System. Major rivers of Indus River System. Source length. Indus glaciers of Kailash Range close to Manasarovar Lake. 2,880 kilometers total. 710 kilometers in India. Jhelum Verinag 720 kilometers. Chenab Baralacha La Pass 1,180 kilometers. Ravi near Rotang Pass 725 kilometers. Bees near Rotang Pass 460 kilometers. Satluj Manasarovar Rakhaz Lakes. 1,450 kilometers total. 1,050 kilometers in India. Question 139. Q. From north towards south, which one of the following is the correct sequence of the given rivers in India? 2006. Shyok Spiti Zaskar Satluj. B. Shyok Zaskar Spiti Satluj. C. Zaskar Shyok Satluj Spiti. D. Zaskar Satluj Shyok Spiti. Answer B. Question 140. Q. Rivers that pass through Himachal Pradesh are 2010. Bees and Chenab only. B. Bees and Ravi only. C. Chenab, Ravi and Satluj only. D. Bees, Chenab, Ravi, Satluj and Yamuna. Answer D. Question 141. Q. In the map shown rivers labeled as 1, 2, 3 and 4 respectively, 1997. Kosi, Gomti, Ghagra and Gandak. B. Kosi, Ganga, Gomti and Ghagra. C. Gandak, Ganga, Gomti and Ghagra. D. Tista, Gomti, Ghagra and Kosi. Answer B. Explanation. Major river systems in India. Ganga River. The Ganga originates as Bhagirathi from the Gangotri Glacier in Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand. Alaknanda River joins Bhagirathi at Devaprayag. From Devaprayag the river is called as Ganga. At Faraka, it bifurcates into Bhagirathi Hooghly in West Bengal and Padma Meghna in Bangladesh. It ceases to be known as the Ganga after Faraka. The total length of the Ganga River from its source to its mouth measured along the Hooghly is 2,525 kilometers. Before entering the Bay of Bengal, the Ganga, along with the Brahmaputra, forms the largest delta of the world between the Bhagirathi, Hooghly and the Padma Meghna, covering an area of 58,752 square kilometers. Ganga River. It originates from the Yamunotri Glacier on the Bandarpunj Peak in the Garhwal region in Uttarakhand. It cuts across the Nagtibba, the Mussoorie and the Shivalik ranges. It unites with the Ganga near Triveni Sangam, Allahabad. The total length of the Yamuna from its origin to Allahabad is 1,376 kilometers. It creates the highly fertile alluvial Yamuna-Ganges Doab region between itself and the Ganges in the Indo-Gangetic plain. Question 142. Q. Which of the following are tributaries of Brahmaputra? 1. Dibang. 2. Coming 3. Lohit. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. Answer D. Brahmaputra River System. Source. Chemayungdung Glacier, Kailash Range. Very close to the sources of Indus and Satluj. It is 2,900 kilometers in length. Brahmaputra flows eastwards in southern Tibet for about 1,800 kilometers. Towards the end of its journey in Tibet, its course abruptly takes a southward turn around Namcha Barwa, 7,756 meters, syntaxial bend. Here it cuts across the eastern Himalaya through the Dihan or Shiang Gorge and emerges from the mountains near Sadia in the Assam Valley. The main streams merging with the Brahmaputra, Subansiri, Kamen, Dhansiri, North, Raidik, Tista, Lohit, Dibang etc. The Tista was a tributary of the Ganga prior to the floods of 1787, after which it diverted its course eastwards to join the Brahmaputra. Question 143. Q. Consider the following pairs. 2008 tributary rival main river. 1. Chambal Narmada 2. Son Yamuna 3. Manas Brahmaputra. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? A. 1, 2 and 3 F, L and 2 only, G, 2 and 3 only, H, 3 only. Answer, D. Question 144. Q. With reference to River Tista, consider the following statements. 1. The source of River Tista is the same as that of Brahmaputra but it flows through Sikkim. 2. River Nandi originates in Sikkim and it is a tributary of River Tista. 3. River Tista flows into Bay of Bengal on the border of India and Bangladesh. Which of the statements given above are correct? 2017. A. 1 and 3 only, B, 2 only. C. 2 and 3 only, D, 1, 2 and 3 answer, B. Explanation. Tista River. Tista River or Tista River is a 315 kilometers, 196 miles long river that rises in the eastern Himalayas. It flows through the Indian states of West Bengal and Sikkim and enters Bangladesh to join Brahmaputra, Jamuna. It forms the border between Sikkim and West Bengal. In India, it flows through the cities of Rangpo, Kalimpong, Jalpaiguri and Mekliganj. It joins the Jamuna River at Fulshari in Bangladesh. It has many small Himalayan rivers as tributaries, Ek, Rangit, Rangpo, Lachun, Ringyon etc. Question 145. Q. Consider the following rivers, 2049. 1. Barak. 2. Lohit 3. Subansiri. Which of the above flow through Arunachal Pradesh? A. 1 only. F. 2 and 3 only, G. 1 and 3 only, H. 1, 2 and 3 answer, D. Question 146. Q. Assertion A. The frequency of floods in North Indian plains has increased during the last couple of decades. Reason R. There has been a reduction in the depth of river valleys due to deposition of silt. Choose the appropriate quote from the following. 2000. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true but R is not a correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Answer, A. Question 147. Q. With reference to the river Luni, which one of the following statements is correct? 2010. F. It flows into Gulf of Khambat. G. It flows into Gulf of Kutch. H. It flows into Pakistan and merges with a tributary of Indus. I. It is lost in the marshy land of the Run of Kutch. Answer, D. Explanation. Luni River. It is a river flowing in the northwestern India draining the regions of Rajasthan and Gujarat. It originates in the Pushkar Valley of the Aravalli Range, near Ajmer, passes through the southeastern portion of the Thar Desert, and ends in the marshy lands of Run of Kutch in Gujarat, after travelling a distance of 495 kilometers. The later half of this river is saline because of high salt content in the local soil. Question 148. Q. In India, which one of the following states has the largest inland saline wetland? 2009. A. Gujarat. B. Haryana. C. Madhya Pradesh. D. Rajasthan. Answer, D. Explanation. Sambar Lake. The Sambar Salt Lake, India's largest inland salt lake, is located 80 kilometers southwest of the city of Jaipur, northwest India, and 64 kilometers northeast of Ajmer, Rajasthan. River systems in India.